Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? Hope you all will be doing good. Topic of today's lecture is determinants of elasticity of demand and practical importance of elasticity of demand. Determinants. There is no hard and fast rule as to which commodity has elastic demand and which has inelastic demand. However, following general rules can help us to decide whether the demand will be elastic or inelastic. Number one, nature of a commodity. If commodity is a necessity or a conventional necessity, necessities are those goods which are necessary for our survival, and conventional necessities are those goods which are nowadays an integral part of our daily life. For example, television, computer, newspaper, mobiles, etc. If commodity is a necessity or a conventional necessity, demand will be inelastic. This is due to the fact that people must buy such goods whether price is high or low. For example, wheat is a necessity, rice is a necessity. People buy it or continue to buy it if even prices are high. The conventional necessities such as a newspaper and TV have also inelastic demand. Demand for luxuries. People can easily do without such goods, so demand will be elastic. If they find that their prices are rising sharply, they will buy less. Goods having many uses. Goods having many uses have elastic demand. If their prices increase, these may not be used for less important purposes. For example, electricity is used for lighting, heating, cooking, and motive power. If there is a quick rise in its price, it may not be used for cooking and heating. Proportion of income spent. A good taking a very small part of our budget has inelastic demand. An increase or decrease in its price has little effect on budget of a person. So, demand is not much affected by changes in price. For example, demand for safety matches. Demand for safety matches is inelastic. People are insensitive to change in price of safety matches. Demand for goods having many close substitutes. In this case, demand will be elastic. Presence of close substitutes of a commodity makes its demand highly elastic. If the price of such a good rises, people shift to its substitutes, too cheaper or too dearer goods. In case of cheaper goods, people do not take much notice of price changes. And too dearer goods are bought by rich people who also do not change their purchase plan because of prices. Jointly demanded goods. These goods have less elastic demand or inelastic demand. A fall or rise in their price will not affect their demand much unless the prices of complements also change. For example, demand for petrol and automobiles, bat and ball. A rise in price of petrol has little effect unless the prices of automobiles also rise. Demand for durables. Durables have elastic demand. If price rises, people can wait for some time. For example, furniture. Fashion and habits. In case of fashion and habits, demand is inelastic. If some commodity comes into fashion, its demand becomes less elastic or inelastic. People become careless about its price because they take it as a necessity. Income level. High income group have inelastic demand, or elasticity of demand of rich people for a commodity is low because they are impatient. Marginal utility of money for them is very low. So even at higher prices, they are willing to purchase it. That's why we say that high income group have inelastic demand. Now, practical importance of elasticity of demand. Elasticity concept is used in business decisions of firms and making government policies in following ways. Number one, taxes on commodities. Taxes on commodities are levied according to the nature of a commodity. If the government increases tax on a commodity to collect more revenue, the commodity selected must have inelastic demand. If the taxed commodity has elastic demand, the revenue may fall instead of rising. Fixation of prices. While fixing prices, elasticity of demand is always taken into consideration. A monopolist fixes the price of his product only after taking into consideration the elasticity of demand for his product. If he finds that the demand is elastic, so that by charging a lower price he can sell much larger quantity, he will charge a lower price. Policy of price discrimination. Charging of different prices from different customers is known as price discrimination. Policy of price discrimination by a monopolist, that is charging of different prices from different customers, is mainly dependent upon the concept of elasticity of demand. In some international cricket match, for example, the price of a ticket for students may be less than for others because elasticity of demand of a student is greater. Pricing of joint products. Prices of jointly produced commodities are determined by their relative elasticities of demand. The price will be lower for the product having more elastic demand than for the product which has inelastic demand. Increasing return industry. Increasing return industry means the industry which is earning high profits. If an industry is earning high profits and if demand of industry's product is elastic, the producer can get more profits by reducing price of a product. Wages. In case of inelastic demand for a particular labor, the labor unions can easily get higher wages for the laborers. Devaluation of a currency. Devaluation of a currency means lowering the value of a currency in terms of foreign currency. If home demand for imports is elastic and demand of a foreigner for our exports is elastic too, then devaluation of a currency can be useful. Paradox of poverty. Sometimes things are not actually happen in a way as they are supposed to be. It is said that if a product has an inelastic demand, its increased production may result in high profits. But in reality, results can be different. If demand for a product is inelastic, its increased production may result in less profits. For example, suppose demand for potatoes is inelastic. Now, if farmers grow more potatoes, their total income will decrease rather than increase because people already buy potatoes according to their need and they are not willing to buy potatoes anymore. So, plenty of potatoes for farmers mean poverty. This is paradox of poverty in plenty. This is all for today, students. Till next lecture, take very good care of yourselves and enjoy yourselves. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.